Hello, my name is Francesco Bautista, and for my campaign evaluation, I chose the company CarMax, and I will be going over the services that they do, which is selling used cars. First off, I'm going to be doing a little company overview. So they were founded in September 1993 as a subsidiary of Circuit City in Virginia. They were developed by Circuit City executives under the former CEO Richard L. Sharp. And today, they are actually the U.S.'s largest used car retailer, and they have 195 locations in 95 television media markets. As for products, they sell used cars. They also sell new cars, but they're more wordly renowned for used cars. As for their target market, they usually target people who are around the age of 18 through 75, mainly people who are either looking to sell cars, they're either looking to trade cars, or they're trying to buy a new or used car, depending on what their needs are. And last but not least would be their mission. So their slogan is the way car buying should be. What they're trying to do is they are just trying to be an example. They're trying to lead the example of how cars really should be bought in the most efficient and most optimal way for a person, and to get whatever value they need or want. So now I'll be going over what I'll be explaining for this presentation. So we're going to be using CarMax's two big platforms that they use, which is television marketing and social media and or mobile marketing. The television marketing is used more targeted for older people. And for social media, it's more for the younger generation, like millennials, Generation Z. Both of these, however, they both talk about what they use to sell their used cars. So we're going to be talking about television marketing first, but before we get into that, I want to talk about the pros and cons. So the pros for television ads are they're good mass marketing coverage. There's low cost per exposure. It combines both sight, sound, and motion, and it's appealing to the senses. So like you're seeing everything. You're seeing what they show. And cons or disadvantages are they have high absolute costs. It's high clutter. There's fleeting exposure, and there's also less audience activity, just because people are watching TV less and less. People are starting to convert from cable to more to live streaming things, such as like Netflix and Hulu and things like that. So CarMax has had this old ad. They call it the Start Here TV ad. It uses informative advertising. So pretty much it starts off with a couple that wants to sell a car. A line pops up that says start, and they just start following it and following it and following it, and eventually it leads them to CarMax. So what CarMax is essentially doing is they're trying to build their brand, and they're trying to foreshow their company image. It appeals to the older generation because it's people just bringing their cars to the actual car dealership instead of doing everything online, and so there'll be no hassle of the internet and or social media. Also for this, the whole start and finish thing, what CarMax is also trying to say is, hey, like this is where you should start. This is probably the best place you should go to, and you're going to end up with the best deals once you get to CarMax. So they have another ad that I want to talk about. It's called the flexibility ad. So it's another informative advertisement. So pretty much he says that it lets you buy a car in whatever way is right for you. So this is Andy Daly. He's actually an American actor, comedian, and writer. And so what it's trying to show is it's communicating customer value. So in the ad, Mr. Andy says that CarMax can pre-qualify you before you come to the store, and they can hold the car for you for 7 days with no obligations at all. And you'll also have access to the nationwide inventory in every CarMax in the world. So if there's a car that you like that's in another state, they will ship it to you to your local car store, local CarMax, sorry, so you can just go and pick it up from there instead of having to travel all the way to whatever state that is holding it. So the way that this is communicating customer value is that basically saying that, hey, we understand that there's different factors in life and different things that can happen in life that can affect your car buying decisions. So we, as in we, I mean CarMax, they are willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that you have the best car buying experience that you can have. So now we're going to get into the second biggest platform that they use, which is the social media and mobile marketing. And just like the television ad, I'd like to get into the pros and cons first before we get into anything. So for both social media marketing and mobile marketing, the current pros are high selectivity, low cost, immediacy, and engagement capabilities. And the cons for social media marketing and mobile marketing would be there's potentially low impact, and there's also a high audience control of the content and the exposure. So pretty much whatever people post, they can post whatever they want. Now for mobile marketing, we're going to get into what CarMax has, which is their mobile app, which is both available through Apple and the Google Play Store for Android users. So for the mobile app, it's actually very easy to use. There's 5 easy steps to find cars that they can use on the app so people can find cars near them. They can schedule an appraisal so they don't have to go all the way to the store or call them to have their car appraised, so they can trade it in or buy a new one. It explains payment plans again, so you don't have to go call and ask or wait through like an automated voicemail. And then after that, the website itself, or sorry, not the website, the mobile app itself, it can do everything else that the website can do. So you don't have to get on the computer. You just grab your phone, either just download the app on your iPhone or your Android phone, and right there in the palm of your hands, you have access to the whole CarMax website, and it'll give you an easier way to buy a car. So now we're going to get into the social media marketing part of it. So this right here is an actual screenshot of CarMax's current page on Twitter. And as you can see from the first post, it's not asking, it's telling you top 10 reasons as to why the Toyota Highlander itself is one of the top 10 cars that CarMax sells as a midsize SUV. It gives you reviews and everything, reviews for different types of cars. So when you go out and choose a car, you can check their inventory for what they have. And the reviews itself, all it does is just gives credibility to CarMax, so people will know they're getting a good car. And then as for that second post right there, there's Rob Gronkowski from the Patriots. So what they're doing here is it's basically called testimonial evidence. It's a type of it's a style, of message execution. But so what it's pretty much saying is like, hey, buy a truck for American patriotism and support the Patriots by buying a truck. So another style of message execution, which I mentioned earlier, would be in the slide where it was with the flexible ad, which would be with Andy Daly. He was being endorsed by CarMax. They're using him as someone to sell cars with because of his just because he's famous. People usually, if they see someone famous, they see that as someone who's credible, and they will end up checking out the website, checking out the cars, and that is how CarMax gets a lot of exposure from. So I believe that CarMax is doing a great job at what they're doing right now. They should keep doing what they're doing. Keep pushing forward with all the social media, keep pushing forward with the ads and TV, even though television has been slowly dying. However, I believe that they should not change a thing just because that's how they got there, and that's how they became the largest retailer for used car sales, and that also why they are now a Fortune 500 company. So there's just one change that I believe that CarMax should do is that they should promote their Instagram page more. So their Instagram page only has around 5,000 followers. Their Twitter page has around 38,000 followers, and Facebook has around 380,000 likes and both follows. And so the reason why I believe they should push their Instagram page more is because the younger generation use it more. Facebook today, as of right now, is more for the older folks, and people are transferring over to using Snapchat and Instagram as their main platforms for social media. And there's just one thing that I think that they should try, and that is they should possibly branch out to doing car rentals. And the reasoning as to why I believe that is because they sell used cars. There's possibly some older cars that are not being bought, and they can be used as rentals. They can be used as courtesy cars. They can rent them out to other people. As for courtesy cars, just in case there's problems that happened with their regular cars, they can use them as company cars. Those are just like some couple things that I believe that can be beneficial to the company when it comes to branching out. So in conclusion, I learned that the best way to market things is to watch what's happening in the world. You need to relate to people, and you also need to watch trends so you know what's going on so you can keep up with them. And you also need to try and just make people's lives easier, just so they can get the correct service that they want, get the products that they want. That's what people are usually just looking for, something that's easy to do, and that's something that's straightforward without any complications or any catches. All in all, thank you for watching, and have a great day.